Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, I'm Mand. So if you like all things tarot and oracle card and spirituality and witchy and kind of crafty, then you have stumbled across the right channel. I do just chat about lots of different things. So if you kind of like that rambly, chit chatty, kind of hanging out with a friend YouTube videos, then this is the channel for you. So do go click the subscribe button. I'd love to have you part of the family here. And yeah, hit like if you like the video. Feel free to share and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. So as you can already probably tell by the title of this video, I'm talking about decks that I feel work with that kind of winter season. Yes, some kind of do tie into the whole Christmas Yule side of things, but I also kind of wanted to incorporate ones that weren't so Christmassy, because I know not everybody celebrates Christmas or Yule or anything like that, or maybe you just don't really like the holidays, so that's, that's fair too. That's fair too. I have to admit, I love Christmas, I love Yule, I love the whole coziness and the whole just family being together, and just that again, that kind of cozy vibe, that whole settling in for the night, the kind of the long nights, the short days. I know a lot of people don't like it. I personally don't mind it for the most part. I don't actually mind the evenings being longer. I do enjoy that whole kind of what's the word I'm looking for, going within. It kind of allows you to have more time to get into your hobbies. I feel this time of year is kind of a great one too, for me anyway, to get more into my crafty side of things. I feel I'm definitely more creative. I allow myself that more, that bit more time to dive into my journals or create. I redid my vision board there not so long ago, and it is beautiful. It's far more beautiful than what I had made months and months ago. I feel this is more in alignment with what I want. Like visually, it's far more appealing to me. I'm definitely kind of finding more my own style. I'm obsessed with watching journal videos at the moment. So what I would say before we even get started is grab a snack, grab a drink, because this could be a long chit chatty video. I will at some stage do a video where I'm sitting down, like facing the camera, that you do actually get to see my face eventually. It's been a while since I've done that, so I feel like I'm going to be totally awkward. But today I just wanted to talk about decks and things like that. I do kind of, I'm going to put up a poll and see what do you guys think, but I'm kind of wanting to incorporate a little bit about books as well, not so much spiritual, just kind of like fiction. I'm really getting back into reading, so I would love to have a small bit of a book community here too. So let me know what your thoughts are below. I'm kind of in two minds. I don't really want to set up, like a second channel for it, because I feel like I'm already stretching myself pretty thin with all the socials and trying to keep up with it. Not that I'm spectacular, by no means, I'm absolutely not, but you're right. Let's get into the decks. So the first one that I feel has that kind of real Christmassy. So we'll start with tarot. Sorry, I should have said that. We'll start with tarot, and then we'll get into oracle. I will hopefully remember to put the timestamps below. So if you want to skip ahead to the tarot decks or to the oracle decks, yeah, you can do that too. I need my coffee today. So the first one is, as you probably guess anyway, is the Yuletide Tarot. Now I do have a walkthrough of that deck. I love this. It's still in order, you guys. I have not, would you believe, you probably will believe it really, to be honest, because how many of us are guilty of this? I haven't actually worked with this deck. And I'm not ignoring any of your comments. I promise I will get back to them. I love the backs of this. I need to make sure that I'm in frame now, that I'm not completely gone off frame. I love the backs of these decks. I feel like they're just stunning. I really did enjoy the artwork on this. Again, this isn't a walkthrough because I have done a video on that, but I was so excited when this came out, so of course I want to add this to the top of the list. This is in no particular order, by the way, as I haven't actually worked with this deck. This is one of my favorite, the Sinterklaas. I love that. Being somebody who has you know, Dutch heritage and things like that. So it's lovely. But I definitely feel like this fits beautifully into that whole Christmas, Yule, winter season. It definitely does. Obviously the Yuletide kind of gives it away. It hinges so much more towards that Christmas side of things, and I'm here for it. We don't get a lot of snow here in Ireland. I'm hoping maybe this year we might get snow, but that's forever me being the optimistic, my inner child coming through here, going like, it'll definitely snow this year. Maybe, maybe, but you know what? Either way, it's always magical. It's always magical. Ugh, I'm just making hames of this now, aren't I? But yeah, that is the Yuletide. I love this. Again, like I said, it's all... Oh, that looks very much like the artwork from one of the Seasons of the Witch. But it's all still in order. I haven't worked with it. I do plan on working with it soon. But I'm actually working with 2 other decks this week, so I really like the feel of these cards. I love Llewellyn's cards because they're just that right size, because I actually have quite small hands, so I do find it easier to shuffle like these size decks, and they're so detailed. Honestly, they're so detailed. So that is the Yuletide Oracle. Tarot, not Oracle. You knew I was going to do it, didn't you? I'm sure you would have guessed. I believe this is in every other video with me, to be honest. It's the Green Witch Tarot. And for those of you that are new, this is one of my favorite decks. I love the guidebook. I love this deck. Now, in saying that, would you believe I haven't worked with it in a while? For the reason being is I have gotten a few new decks in. I've been very good this year with not buying too many decks, to be honest. Again, like I kind of stated, I don't want to buy too many and then get caught up with it, with the whole buying and just not working with the decks, because while I love collecting decks, and I do, and I have the space, to be fair, I'm very fortunate that I do have the space, I just don't want any of my decks to get left out, right? I was that child that hated the idea of any of her teddies being left out, so you know, so that like stems into my decks as well. I hate the idea that any of my decks would feel left out. Are there decks that I don't work with? Yeah, of course, there's decks that I have got for the sake of having, or I just liked the artwork, but I have other decks that they haven't bought because I want to work with them, I want to use them, I want to have them part of my practice, as part of my life, basically, right? So I do feel that I do personify my decks. I do see them as kind of their own person, per se, if you want to put it that way. And this is one of these decks that I just feel gets me. So if I'm having a week where I find it very hard to connect with, or pick, not even connect, just pick a deck, you all know this is one of my favorite cards. I love donkeys. And then this is the deck I'm going to choose because I feel like it just gets me. It's the only way I can describe it. It's the deck that just gets me. But this is a lovely one if you want that kind of more seasonal type. So if you want more that spring, summer, autumn, winter feel, I really do feel that this is a great deck to work with. And not just because it's my favorite. It is genuinely, honestly, such a great deck. And there's no BS with this deck either. It is straight to the point. So I do love this deck. And I do want to, down the line, have my own journal for it, you know? Really kind of deep dive and bond with it just that extra bit more. Anyway, here's me going off like talking about this again. So if you skip past this, I understand. But I don't think I'll ever stop gushing about this deck. Again, I'm not going to flip through the whole lot because this isn't a walkthrough, but yeah. That is... now. See, I was going to say, I promise there's a Christmas feel, 5 of Pentacles. But you know what I mean. It does. It has like all the seasons. So it's a stunning deck, and I love, like, it's fab. So that is the Green Witch Tarot. So the next one I want to talk about is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. I haven't worked with this one in quite some time. It is written by Minerva Siegel, and the illustration is by Abigail Larson. So I do feel that this deck definitely it's a great one because it fits into the whole Halloween, but also fits into the Christmas aspect of it, right? So it's kind of duality, is that the word I'm looking for? So you can do both seasons with it. Again, I love the backs on these, like how definitely my favorite backs. As most of you know, I'm not a huge fan of the inside editions. I love this one. I have to be honest, I love this one. I love my Disney Villains one, but then the last one that I got from them, which you'll know from if you've watched the walkthrough, is the Alice in Wonderland. And I don't think I've actually bought another inside edition. I'd love to get the Hocus Pocus one, but I'm just apprehensive. I'm on the fence, and there's no point, again, me having these decks just for the sake of having them either. Yes, while I'm a collector, I'm also conscious of the decks that I'm collecting. Plus, it's a mass market one, so I don't feel that I'm in any rush to get my hands on it at the same time, because I can't see it being a deck that I'm going to work with a whole pile either. So that rant aside, that wasn't even intentional. I have to say, I do love My Nightmare Before Christmas. It does hinge on the more pippish side. But the guidebook is pretty good. It's pretty good. But if you like Nightmare Before Christmas, because I love The Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm not mad. So I don't mind at all. It's not a deck I work with a whole point. Did I get it because it's The Nightmare Before Christmas? Yes, I did. I'm not even sorry, honestly, because I think you've all seen this, I have like a black obsidian Jack skeleton. I have it in strawberry quartz. I have like lots of different bits and pieces from The Nightmare Before Christmas that I love. I really love it. I actually didn't watch it this autumn season, this Halloween Samhain. So I probably will watch it coming up to Christmas soon. I might throw it on during the week. But yeah, if you want something that's a bit more kind of, I suppose, that inner childlike sense, or that more fun lightheartedness, then, you know, this is going to be the deck. And I have to say, I do actually like the cardstock on this. I don't hate it by no means, absolutely not. I love the artwork. And yeah, I just feel like this deck would be a great one for this time of year. Again, like I said, it's quite pippish, so, you know, just so you're aware if you are new and maybe you don't know this deck, which I'd be surprised if you didn't. But we'll end on 0 because we love 0. And the last tarot deck I want to talk about is the Dark Mansion Tarot, and that one is by Taroteka Studio. I think that's how you pronounce it. I always butcher it, I'm not really sure. This is the 3rd edition of this. I must get that deck yet. Excuse me. I'm still trying to get over my head cold. So I know they have 2 different backs and 2 different gildings. So you can get gold or matte black. I went with matte black, of course. And I went with the stars and moons with the clouds and stuff like that. And you also can get one that's kind of like this brownie bronze with like a jewel, or is it 2 jewels? It's one or the other anyway. Both are beautiful. I just personally preferred this one. It was just my preference. It's the only deck I actually have by them, and it's the only indie deck within this walkthrough, by the way, just so you guys know. I like to try and stick with mass market because I know myself, indie decks can be very expensive. They can be quite expensive. Kind of following that whole Tim Burton style, I really do feel that this deck kind of feels more towards the darker months. I don't know what it is. It's just the feel that I get off this deck. It doesn't come with a guidebook, but if you have just any tarot guidebook, that'll work absolutely fine. But I mean, if you already know the Rider-Waite-Smith system, then you'll be fine working with this. I love the rose petal finish. I actually genuinely really like that. I know a lot of people don't, but I love that. I don't know, maybe it's the texture thing or something. I really like that soft, buttery feel. It just feels so luxurious. It feels like a very fancy deck to me. It's like, you know, when I really want to kind of go all out with my reading and be fancy, I'll bring out my Dark Mansion Tarot kind of thing, because it just feels very luxurious. And I'm also aware of the price of it, so again, I mind this so much because I'm only buying one of it. You know, it's not something that I'm going to now, to be fair, if you're in Europe, it's definitely one of the easier ones to get because you don't get caught with customs, so, which is great. Because I know for the Wizards Tarot, I got caught with customs for that. So, and I'm not here for that. But yeah, this I feel leans more towards kind of that darker, the long evenings, the shorter days. So I do feel that this deck is this deck in order? No. I do feel like this kind of ties more into it. I feel this is so funny because I feel this, the Dark Mansion Tarot is nearly more like, that has that more Tim Burton feel than the Nightmare Before Christmas, which is so odd, but I don't know why I feel that is. It's not the case at all, you know. But it just gives that beautiful Tim Burton feel. So if that's your style and you like that, this is a great deck to work with. And I love the artwork of this. Oh, even looking at it now, I'm kind of like, oh, I want to work with this. So that's the Dark Mansion Tarot. Alrighty, so moving on to the Oracle deck. So I'm, again, no particular order here that I feel that fits into the whole kind of winter Christmas season. So the first one is the Goddess Love Oracle by Wendy Andrew. This is Rockpool Publishing. Rockpool Publishing deck. I like this deck. I love the backs. I feel like I've mentioned this deck actually a few times. It definitely has that, like, obviously it's a Goddess Love Oracle, so it's very divine feminine. Excuse me. But I do feel this one hinges more towards the darker months, so you definitely could work with this autumn winter. I do feel like this one kind of hinges more towards them seasons, and then the Goddess Dream hinges more towards spring, summer. So I don't know, is there any more of these decks that are coming out, or what's the story? Is it like the Season of the Witch ones? Like, look at that. Isn't that just so cute? So I do feel like this one is a great one to work with for your darker season. Like, look at that. I love this. It definitely, like I said, hinges more on autumn, winter. So there's something very comforting, nurturing about this deck. So that is the Goddess Love Oracle. The next one is the Herbal Astrology one. Now, while this isn't, I actually took the deck out because I find this one very hard to open. I love this deck. Sorry, I must take a drink. Oh my gosh. This is what I get for chatting so much. This is a 55 card, so this is quite a chunky, generous deck, to be fair. Now, while it doesn't have any winter themed cards from going by memory, because again, it's been a while since I've worked with some of these decks. Some of these I've worked with not so long ago, and others it's just been a while because, again, I have other decks. But if you like that kind of more muted tone, I really do feel that this would be a great one. Even if you're not into herbs or astrology, I really do feel this is a great oracle regardless of it. Okay, I don't think, you know, it's a great way to learn your herbs and astrology, you know, starting off kind of like from a beginner's point of view. But again, I really do feel beginner wise, like some of these, to be honest, I can't even pronounce. Okay, I wouldn't even try because I feel like I just butcher it. But I do feel there's something, yeah, very powerful and empowering about this deck, and especially this time of year, because I feel a lot of us are kind of going in and doing a lot of inner work, you know, in introspection, is that the word I'm looking for? Like looking within, right, and trying to find the answers from ourselves and not externally. That this is a great deck. Again, I love doing these videos because it gets me looking at my decks and going, oh yeah, I remember why I got this and why I love it so much. So, and it also gets me to kind of slow down as well and just enjoy. Yeah, I've heard this is a great one actually to take if you're prone to colds and flus. I can't remember where I seen that, but yeah, it's kind of like an immunity booster. Like, look at the unicorn. And we're going to stop with Palo Santo because I love Palo Santo. So that's the Herbal Astrology Oracle, and that's by Hay House as well. So this is the Solitary Witch Oracle. I believe I've done a walkthrough of this one as well. This is by Lucy Cavendish, and it is, oh, and the artwork is by Lady Victoria, and it's a Blue Angel. I love this deck. This is, I have to say, a favorite on my Instagram. Anytime I do like collective messages, I haven't done a pick a card, so I must actually do a pick a card. This is just a favorite. Everybody loves it. I have to say the backs are not my favorite. They're not. They're very plain. They're very, should I say, boring? But it's not really boring. It's just simple, right? There's nothing fancy about it. But that's not what we're here for either. The backs. Now, look, I love good artwork on the back personally myself, but like, is the be all and end all? No. I love the artwork. The artwork is chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Love it. I do feel, because again, Solitary Witch, a lot of us practice witchcraft on our own. We're not part of covens, or we don't have a group of friends that are within the witch, or within the witch community, or that, you know, practice it. This is a wonderful, wonderful deck. And I feel that this time of year is a great time because I feel a lot of us are slowing down. A lot of us are just allowing ourselves that time to delve deeper into our practice. Well, yeah, we work with it throughout the year. Like the winter months allows us to slow down because there's nothing else you can do in the evenings. The days aren't long enough. So I love this deck. I genuinely just adore it. The borders don't bother me. I love the keywords. I love the artwork, which is always what I'm looking for anyways, the artwork. I really do feel like these are prints that you would print, or this is artwork that you would print up and stick to your wall. Like, honestly, I would personally anyway. I'd love that. I would nearly buy this deck just so I could frame some of the cards. I love it genuinely that much. I really do. Oh, and I suppose you want to hear about the messages that it gives. Trust me, it's A1. But I get lost in the art, the whole creativity, the beauty of it. It kind of is along the lines of, oh, what's that one by Terry Foss? I have it, Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle or something like that. Oh my god, you think I'd know. But yeah, that's the Solitary Witch Oracle. Of course, I wasn't going to do this video without including Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. Now, I have to say, I love this deck. I love all the decks from this. But I have to say, and I think everybody kind of has the same, is the Bealtaine one, or the Beltane one that came out, is a fan favourite. It definitely is one of my favourites, the Bealtaine one. I love the Samhain one. I love I think there's a Mabon one as well, isn't there? Or maybe it's the Mabon one is the favourite. Oh my god, I'm after getting them all confused. I think it's the Mabon one is the favourite. Sorry. The Yule one, I've noticed, isn't the favourite of everyone's. Now, I have to say, I'm kind of on that boat. It's the Mabon Oracle, because that one came out, and now the Imbolc one is coming. Yeah, sorry. majority of people, okay, correct me in the comments because I'm not going to edit this out. Just correct me in the comments. Is it the Bjoltana one or is it the Maybon one? I think it's the Maybon one. I'm getting them confused now. I love them all. I have to say, the Yule one isn't the top one. I don't know why. Is it because of when it came out, I didn't get to work with it that often and whatnot, but like, oh, look at that green gilding. Oh, and the backs, I mean, it's stunning. I'm definitely going to have to start working with this next week. Starting next week, I'm going to have to start working with it. For the reason being is I genuinely feel, not that I'm missing out, but I'm definitely missing something with this deck that I'm not allowing the space for. I feel that this deck goes a lot deeper than what I'm allowing time for. Okay? I suppose we see Yule as only a couple of days, whereas like we kind of stretch out the whole Maybon and Samhain and things like that. Or maybe we're feeling that we can only work with these as the seasons are going by. And you know, that's beautiful that we have oracle decks now that tie in with each season. So if you are kind of like, oh, I don't know which one of my tarot or oracle works with the season, now you have an oracle that fits that season. So these are great in that sense. But this is a lovely one, and I can't wait to pair it with the Yuletide. You know I'm going to do it. Like, I feel like everyone probably has at this stage. But I just, I love the artwork in this. I do. I like the artwork in all of them. And I believe they have different artists as well for some of them. So, again, I should have checked all this before I, like, hit record, but I didn't. They are glossy though, that's the only thing, so like, look at that. It truly is stunning. I hope you can see, because I can't see what I'm recording now because my phone's up too high. So we'll end it on the Yule log. I have one more oracle, you guys. My last one is the Winter Seer Animal Oracle by Shiloh Thompson. I think that's how you say it. I'm not really sure. But this is a Llewellyn oracle. And I'm not sure how many Llewellyn oracles I have. This is new. I don't think I've done a walkthrough on it because I feel like this deck has been out quite some time. It's a 56 card deck and the guidebook is a 192 page full colour guidebook. It doesn't say here on the box when it came out. Probably in the book. Okay, we'll just go with it's been out for a while. Oh my god. Now, we were at an holistic fair, and I don't usually buy decks from holistic fairs or in holistic shops, for the reason being is they're quite expensive, and so I kind of either splurge a little bit when it comes up to Christmas with holistic shops, or if I can't get it anywhere else. For the reason being is they can be really, really expensive. I feel like some shops definitely hike up the price a lot more. Now, I don't buy my decks on Amazon either. I do get them from a bookshop called Kenny's.ie, that is in Ireland, which is great because, again, with Book Depository being gone, I know a lot of us deck lovers are very, very sad about that, and Amazon, again, can rack up the price as well. So do check out Kenny's. I do believe they ship worldwide. They mightn't have all the decks that you're looking for, but do keep checking back in because they do get them in. But I got this from a little stall because I love this shop. And I don't go to holistic fairs too often. And again, I don't really splurge all that often when it comes to decks and bits and pieces like that. So I allowed myself to do so. And I have no regrets. Jamie actually, so for those of you that don't know, Jamie is my fiance. We got engaged. I mean, look at, I'm just using this as an excuse to show off my ring. We got engaged there in July. So if you're new and you don't know, yeah, Jamie is my fiance and he's the one that picked out this deck. I didn't even look at this one. Okay, I totally overlooked it because I don't tend to lean towards animal decks, which is so strange. Let me show you the cards while I'm chatting. Which is so strange because I love animals. I'm an animal lover. I love them. But this deck just was, I was like, I don't know, because I know I had looked at the, whatever the tarot deck is by this, is the something stride. Oh my god, I can't remember the name. Let me know again in the comments below. I was like, I don't know whether I like it or not. It is on my wish list. I do want to get it at some point. And so, like, it has a donkey card, you guys. I was just like, I had to get this when I seen it. Was it on the back or something? No, it wasn't even on the back. I'm not sure how I knew this, but Jamie was like, you know, this might be kind of a deck that you'd like. So I was like, okay. Again, it's kind of like the Starman Tarot. It wasn't a deck I would have picked for myself, but it was bought for me as a gift, and I love it. It is one of my favorite decks as well. So I was like, look, you know what? I'm going to just let him pick the deck, and I'm going to work with it. And he's not wrong. So now I'm kind of like, am I just picking funny decks for myself, or do I just play it safe? Or do I just allow Jamie to just go, here, go pick a deck. Let me know. But because it just says Winter Seer, and it does follow Celtic and Norse lore in a brand new way with this exquisite oracle deck. So it follows kind of the whole Welsh and Irish, so like it really does show animals that would be native to Ireland as well, and the UK and things. But I know there's a tarot deck, and it's more about the northern animals, so more like North American stuff, like, and while I love that, I can't relate to it either. I find it hard to kind of place meaning or symbolism, because I wouldn't experience it here in Ireland, whereas ravens I would, horses, eels not so much, but they are here in Ireland. You know, hummingbirds, no, I haven't seen a hummingbird. Snakes, I mean, not the animals. But yeah, so I can relate to this, and it's a gorgeous deck, and there's actually a robin as well in this, and it's beautiful. Like, look at this. Stoat, is that how you pronounce it? I would have said that was a ferret now myself, but that'll show you how much I know about animals. But I feel this is a lovely one if you want to kind of connect more with that animal energy as well this time of year. I want to find that robin card so I can show you. Sheep, we've lots of sheep here as well. Bears, no, we don't have any bears. Hares, oh, I did that right. Dogs, yes. Blackbirds. Cats, yes. Wolves, no. There. How beautiful is that? That is just stunning. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I do feel this is kind of more brighter, right? So the art pops more on these white backs. If you want something a little bit more bright and kind of a little bit playful as well. So my lovelies, that is the end of my video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening to me chat and whatnot. Let me know in the comments below what decks are you working with for the winter season, or what decks kind of take your fancy when the months get a little bit darker and cooler. And also let me know, where are you from around the world? And yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll chat to you all real soon. Bye guys.